All right, guys, let's do this. Update video number 12 for the Global Game Jam coming to right here, the Music City of Nashville, Tennessee, January 31st through February 2nd of 2020. Hi there. I'm your local Nashville Global Game Jam organizer, John Gale, and exciting announcements. We have a poster for the Global Game Jam. This is actually the first year we've made a poster and submitted it to the Global Game Jam, so hopefully it'll show up in their entire collection of posters from around the world. So Nashville's going to be there for the first time in our long history of running this event, is my understanding. Only the first time since I've been running the event, which is only my second year. But I put this poster as a PNG in our Facebook group. If you're there, it's also available as a PDF in our Discord group. And if you're not in our Discord group, I'd like to encourage you to go ahead and join. Not only can you get that poster and print it out and hang it up where you work or at your school to get other people involved with the Game Jam, but you can also join some of the more active discussion we have about game development. And we will be using Discord regularly for all announcements during the Global Game Jam itself. So for example, the food is here. You need to stop. Everybody needs to come for the closing presentation. All those major announcements for activities happening during the Game Jam are going to happen on our Discord. You can use that QR code there on your screen, or I'm going to post that direct link you see there to join the Discord in this video description. So go ahead and join the Discord and join the discussion. Now, on that poster, there was also a QR code which will take you to the Global Game Jam's website for the Nashville Jam site. This is where you create an account on the Global Game Jam page. You then form a team on this page and upload your project to this page where you can access it and refer other people to it for hopefully forever. And on this page, you'll also find the link to our Eventbrite registration. So there's a two-step registration. For me personally, this Eventbrite registration is more important because this is how we count people for food and things like that. This is how we get you to legally agree to abide by the Global Game Jam's Code of Conduct. And this is where we check people's ages, because anyone under the age of 18 has to be accompanied with a parent or guardian at all times. So the links to these sites will be in the video description. We're only 9 days away from the Global Game Jam. I'm recording this January 22nd. We kick off Friday, January 31st. So make sure that you go ahead and register on both these sites, the Global Game Jam sites, and especially on the Eventbrite. Now, for those of you who register on the Eventbrite, there is a check-in process, and our registration coordinator, Corey Martin, and we reviewed the process and have updated it a little bit. And so what's going to happen is we have a parking garage directly across from the venue where everybody can park for free, and there's an entrance right across from that garage. So that's where we want everyone coming in for the Game Jam, from the parking garage entrance just across the street. Now, those of you who have registered ahead of time on the Eventbrite will check in with one of our 3 check-in people at this first table. If you did the early bird check-in before January the 8th, we've got a 2020 t-shirt reserved for you in your t-shirt size. So they'll have that information and they'll grab your t-shirt. For those who've registered after January 8th, come back Saturday morning, February the 1st, and see if we have any leftover t-shirts in your size, and you can have one then. As you pass by the tables, you're going to see some t-shirt samples from our previous years. Anyone who has donated to the GoFundMe campaign or who is a sponsor can have t-shirts from previous years in their size, if they're available, for every $5 that you contributed to the campaign. So we'll also have some runners helping you get those t-shirts. All of our sponsors who contributed at the $125 level and above can leave promo materials right here on this second table. So you'll get to see lots of cool things for people who have released games, or where you can learn how to make games. All that information is also going to be here on this second table. Now, let's say for some reason, I don't know why, you wouldn't, but maybe you did not register on Eventbrite before the event. You know what? You're still okay. Everyone is welcome to come participate in the Global Game Jam. At the very end of the tables, we will have a laptop here with a chair and someone helping you out to get you registered on the day of the event. So now to run all of this, you can see we need about 6 volunteers, and I only have about 4 who've signed up at this point. So what I'm going to do is in the video description, I'm going to put a link to signup.com where you can sign up for a shift to help with the Global Game Jam, not only for check-in and load in, but also cleaning up throughout the event and helping break down at the end. And let me come back to you and tell you just how important volunteering is. I know in our Facebook group, on our Discord, I know there are a lot of people out there who are like, man, I want to get into making games, but I don't know how. I don't know where to start. And I know you're out there because I was you once. And I can tell you from experience, the way you start is this. Step 1, you show up. Okay? Very simple. That's why we hold the Game Jam. We're giving people the place to show up to. So I think anybody can do that. You can show up. Step 2, you do the work. Now, what the work is kind of depends on the situation. Maybe it's carrying a box. Maybe it's helping people get checked in. But from that work, which may seem like it has nothing to do with games, you're going to meet the people in Music City who are making games, the most active, most senior people of Nashville game developers, and we are there to help you. We want to mentor you because that is our mission, is to get more people making games in Nashville. So I would encourage you to go sign up to volunteer for this event. If you're a student, if you know student groups, I know a lot of student programs, you need volunteer hours, you need community service hours to graduate. I'll sign off on that. Share it with your friends. As you saw in the diagram, I need 6 people to run that registration table. I'm going to be running around doing a bunch of other things. I can't be there at that registration table. I have to delegate that work. That's how busy I am that Friday night, okay? So I need 6 people to run that table and help me carry things and deal with all the craziness I'll be dealing with. I only have 4 right now. Then I also need people to break down after the event. So please go out to the signup.com link and register for a shift to volunteer for the Global Game Jam. Okay, you may have seen most of what I've been talking about in these videos is the GoFundMe campaign, which just the other day we did meet our fundraising goal of $3,500, and we actually got that little extra $1 on top of there. So I want to again thank everyone who's contributed this so far, but especially some of our sponsors. And today I would like to thank sponsor Drew Swisher. Now, I thanked Drew as an individual donor in a previous video, but he is actually at the sponsor level. Drew is a great composer, sound designer, and friend, as you can see from this screenshot of his website. And the fact that he puts that on there shows what a nice guy he is. Drew's website is junipertapes.com. That's his artist name, where you can find his video game music albums on iTunes and other music services. So check out Juniper Tapes as the artist name, Juniper Tapes on Twitter, and junipertapes.com for Drew's website. Now, the reason Drew gets a shout out like that and his own slide, which I'm also going to show at the event, and Drew could also put out promo materials for his music on the check-in table, is because he was a sponsor at the $125 level or above, and we are still accepting those sponsorships for the GoFundMe. So anyone out there with their music, with their game, with their project, with their business, whatever it is that you really want to get in front of Nashville game developer community, go out to the GoFundMe campaign link, which is in the video description, and contribute at that $125 level. Then I'll get with you through GoFundMe about getting your promo slide, your promo materials on the table, and all of that. Because it may look like we've met the funding goal, and we have. And so now, thankfully, we have enough money to actually run the event this year. But Nashville Game Developers is now its own non-profit organization. This is our first year running the Global Game Jam as a non-profit. And after the weekend ends, we are still going to have administrative expenses to cover throughout the year. So I've listed some of these. They're on your screen. I've listed them up as stretch goals on the GoFundMe campaign. A real easy and quick example is that first item there. In previous years, either a sponsor or a really active member or the organizer has used their own personal Costco subscription, their own Costco membership to go to Costco and get all the snacks and the drinks that keep us jamming throughout the weekend. But I thought, the organization really needs its own Costco membership to cover not only this event, but also future events throughout the year. And so on Saturday, most likely, this weekend, I'm going to go to Costco and get a membership for the organization. However, that was not budgeted in the Global Game Jam's budget. So that costs $60 for a year. And you know what I'm going to do for the moment? I'm going to put it on my own credit card. Okay? I'm going to put that money down so that we can have that Costco membership and I can do that Costco shopping. Now the shopping, yeah, I'm covering that from the Global Game Jam budget, but that $60 membership fee, I could really use your guys' help covering that. And so $60 sounds like a lot of money, but when you take 12 people contributing just $5 each, that's less than 1% of our Facebook group membership. So I think 12 people in our Facebook group can run out the GoFundMe right now and just throw $5 towards that Costco membership. Do you want to be part of the 1%? Then go join the 1%. $5 to the GoFundMe, links in the video description. Takes about 2 minutes to do, and that is what will fuel us going forward as an organization to cover some of these expenses for the rest of the year. So again, there is the GoFundMe. Even though we have met the funding goal to cover the Game Jam, Nash Game Dev as an organization can use a whole lot more, as you saw. So get out there and donate that $5 to the campaign. Okay, those are all the updates I have for this video. As we are only 9 days away from the Game Jam, I'm going to have videos coming more frequently with information like parking and schedule and that type of thing, so you don't want to miss out. So stay tuned, subscribe on YouTube to the Nash Game Dev channel, keep up to date on Discord and Facebook with everything that we are doing, and I will see you guys in a future video.